Here's the chart. It's the Oxycontin 10s, the whites at the top, all the way down to the 80s at the bottom. You notice the color, that pill, you may see them shining a bit. The color coding assists with the time release. And the reason I'm showing you this chart is not to show you, hey, look, there's different color time release, but it's to show you one of the most important things about defending drug cases, whether it be simple possession for prescription medication or whether it be a trafficking case. And I just want to caution you all because I hear some about one person every year that does something like this. I should say one lawyer, one criminal defense attorney every year makes this mistake, and it can easily be made if a lawyer goes by the representations of their client and they don't really want to defend the individual and they don't want to do their job and they don't want to work for their fee. And what I'm talking about is in a drug case, possession, trafficking, what have you, 9 times out of 10, what is the client going to say? What is the user going to say? The user is going to say, I had a script. They weren't mine. They were a friend, and my friends got the script, and they'll come in and they're going to testify, hey, these were my pills, and that's why they were in the car. Because with a valid prescription, you can get a drug case dismissed. You can get a drug trafficking case dismissed in a second if you can prove up that the individual had a prescription. That's law. A valid prescription, the time frame is necessary to make it a requirement that the charges be dropped. It's still a defense if a person charged with drug possession, narcotics possession, or trafficking possessed a valid prescription that is a little bit old. Fundamental rule in defending these types of cases. Review the script, review what was dispensed at the pharmacy, go to the crime lab, and do your math. Okay? Remember all of these things. Verify that the script was written by the doctor, by a lawful, licensed doctor. Review the script. Review the milligrams. Review the date that the script was written. Review the date the script was filled from the pharmacy. Determine if the script that was filled at the pharmacy was for generic, the original from, in this case, Purdue, if you're talking about OxyContin. Do your math. How many pills were found? Was the script filled? Now, this is a gray area, but if the script was filled 2 days prior to the arrest of your client, and the script was filled 2 days prior, and they're down to 2 pills, and the script was for 90, well, that's gonna make the investigation all the more tough. It's good to be able to account for the amount of pills. Got to do this stuff. Got to do this legwork, because the alternative is, because it's just so enticing and so easy, and the client wants to believe that they can just provide a script. The public, users, your average Joe, when they think about prescription medication, they think, well, you know, I guess all you'd have to do is like provide a script. Somebody I know has got to be using these things. And when it comes to drug users, who do they associate with? They associate with other users who are doing the same drug. The problem is look at all these OxyContin. Well, you got to have somebody that you know that you can buy from that's going to sell you 40s, and because that's what you're prescribed. All users have a valid prescription. That's the easiest way for them to get the drugs. It's just that the drugs that they are prescribed are not enough to remain high. They're the written prescriptions for pain pills do not provide for enough narcotic to stop the user who's severely addicted to this pain medication. They don't prevent him from getting sick, him or her, from getting sick from withdrawal. So the users are trapped, and it's got to be miserable. And if you, as a drug defense attorney, walk in to the Palm Beach County Courthouse in court and you hand the prosecutor a script that your client gave you, holy smoke, that prosecutor is going to know, because their work is done for them in terms of this type of investigation, because the crime lab is practically right underneath their office. They're going to say, okay, this script is for 80s and your client was found with 10s. That's not the same pill. Your client possessed a generic. That wasn't what was dispensed from the pharmacy or the pain clinic at the time. This wasn't the same amount. The script was for 3 months ago, and you do not want to have that happen. Ouch. There goes your whole case. There goes your whole defense. There goes the prosecutor is now predisposed against your client, and that prosecutor is predisposed against you. They've lost respect for you. The prosecutor isn't going to deal with you in the same way that they're going to deal with a qualified, reputable, veteran drug defense attorney anymore, making fundamental mistakes like that. And of course, most of us don't, even at the entry level.